All right, so during the last Tiger Belly podcast with Bert Kreischer, there's this weird moment in the middle of it that a lot of people in the comments were talking about and they're confused by, and it was pretty strange. Bobby, he was talking about how his agent has a beef with Bert's agent, and this is the first time that Bert's hearing about it, but you could tell he's starting to put the pieces together, and he realizes something, and he does not look happy about it. He starts looking around and looking at his phone like he needs to make a call, and he's like, I think we're gonna have to change the conversation, and then all of a sudden it just cuts away, and it's just very strange, and you could tell Bert is pissed about something. Like this person says, I don't think I've ever seen Bert this upset. I need more, and I really hope he talks about it and brings everything to light, because F that. Could you imagine? Someone's definitely getting fired. So before I play that clip, I want to play a clip from the Bad Friends podcast about a month ago that Bert did, because this gives some context where they're talking about doing Bert's tour, and Bobby, I guess, agreed to do it but then canceled, and it sounds like the same thing happened with Tim Dillon and Andrew Schultz, I think.
Here's what happens, okay?
I want to hear it.
Is that I get a call from the Jews.
Okay. He might
my agents.
He's half.
Yeah, and they go, you got this offer, but you know what I mean, this and this, and they somehow talk me out of it.
Yeah, I know.
Right, and I'm like, and I should stick up for myself.
When you say they talked you out of it, do you mean they asked, do you want to do this, and you said, I don't.
Number one, you had that yacht party. I wanted to do the yacht party.
It's called a cruise.
Yeah, it's a cruise.
And it's sold out. It's sold out in 24 hours.
I know. I wanted to do it.
We signed it on, and then he goes, I can't do it. But he called me and said, hey, man, I'm not going to be able to do it. And you were like, okay, I got it.
That's nice.
Yeah, Bobby says, yeah. How come I'm not included? How come I want to go to barbecues at your house? And then all of a sudden you send me the offer, and then it's like, yeah. And then I'll tell you, Andrew Schultz.
When the people that work with
I sent
me
Andrew
eat me
Schultz an
alive,
offer. I sent
that's
Andrew
interesting too.
I sent Andrew Schultz an offer, and you know what he said? He texted me immediately. I'm gonna have to respectfully decline. I'm not available for those. I'm shooting a movie or whatever. Yeah. What does Bobby do? He goes, I want to do it.
I still do. That's the crazy part.
And there's something in common with those three, you know, Tim Dillon, Bobby Lee, and Andrew Schultz. They all have the same agent. And it sounded like after this, Bert was probably wondering what happened, why they didn't want to do the tour. And maybe he's thinking it had something to do with their agent. And then on the last Tiger Belly podcast, Bert got confirmation of this, and he realizes that's the problem here. And this is the reason why it's so hard for Bert to work with them, because their agent doesn't want them to work with Bert. And even Bobby said it is really hard for him to work with Andrew Santino and get Bad Friends going, or the Bad Friends tour going or something, because Andrew Santino has the same agent as Bert, and I guess these two agents just hate each other, and the reason for it is hilarious. But pay attention to Bert here. You could tell this news is shocking to him, and he's probably realizing, like, holy crap, it's been so hard to work with these people that I've been dying to work with because of this agent and some stupid thermostat beef.
And I'm going to say this out loud. Don't cut this out, right? My guy at CAA and your guy at UTA are mortal enemies.
There's a story there.
They are.
Did you know that?
No.
They're mortal enemies. In fact, so there's a photo in my phone.
No, it's
Oh.
Right? So they used to work together at an agency, and they hated each other because of the temperature of the room.
They fought over the temperature.
Right? So would like it hot.
How am I just hearing about this?
It's an origin story, man.
yeah. This is like
This is real.
thermostat beef.
Because I will tell you.
Thermostat brief.
Thermostat.
It's about the temperature of the office. What?
No, this is
No.
This is real. This is real.
Right, so I have a photo with, because they used to be at Gersh and I was at Gersh, and I have a photo with and I sent it to and cut out in the return.
Wait, stop saying the name so we can. Keep
Oh yeah.
about it. Say the whole thing without names again.
Anyway, the two agents are mortal enemies. I'm talking about like Biden and Trump kind of animosity.
Name three other really big comics at that company.
At where I'm at?
Yeah.
Shane Gillis, but he's in. I saw him.
No. Keep
Yeah.
going.
Andrew Schultz.
Keep going.
I will.
Tim Dillon.
Tim Dillon.
This is all over the thermostat.
Yeah, dude. Temperature of the room. They can't even, because I'll take me and Andrew. Andrew's at your place.
Nope.
I'm at my place. You know, he's at UTA, and we have a tour together right now.
Andrew Santino.
It's been hard.
It took like a year.
It's been hard, dude.
To
I'll
get
say
together.
Thermostat beef.
thermostat. What?
We need to change subjects.
Why?
Keep going. What else is going on then?
Have I blown your mind?
No, it's. I would. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really talk, man. That's the thing.
No, what I'm saying is,
Well, I guess maybe that internal dialogue sometimes is very accurate. When you lay in bed and you fight with yourself and you think what people think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
so that's
is very accurate.
a lot of it is that. Bert, listen, Bert,
Yeah.
I'm just look at me now.
It's over the thermostat.
I know. But let me tell you something right now. A lot of it, dude.
I may not be able to do this podcast after this.
His mind is blown.
Why?
This is because
This specific one? Why?
this. No. Let's change
this
subjects.
one.
Let's
Yeah,
change
let's switch
subjects.
subjects.
Let's change
Yeah.
All right.
subjects.
Whoa.
Yeah, so this is pretty hilarious. All this drama over a thermostat. And I'm sure Bert has been thinking about this for a while. Like, why is it so hard to work with these people? Why can't I get Tim Dillon to go on tour with me and all this stuff? And then he just realized it's because of some thermostat at an agency years ago because two agents disagreed on what the temperature should be. It's hilarious that something that petty turns into all this, and now it's affecting these comedians. And I'm sure Bert is going to let his agent hear it after this. I mean, it seemed like he wanted to change the subject and cut away for a second because he wanted to call his agent. It seemed like he couldn't even continue thinking about that. It was that bad. And it's funny that it took him this long to hear about it and realize this is the problem. I mean, it sounds like Bobby has probably known for a while, but I don't know why he didn't bring this up when Bert was on Bad Friends asking him about doing the yacht or cruise or whatever. I mean, it sounded like Bobby wanted to do it, but then he said his agent talked him out of it. And he probably should have explained it like, oh, it's because he hates your agent. That's what's going on here. And same thing with Tim Dillon and Andrew Schultz. I mean, it's just weird that it took so long for Bert to hear about this or for somebody to tell him about it, you know, because it seems like he was questioning why it was so hard to work with these people. And there's a good answer, but nobody was explaining it to him. Like, you'd think one of these people would be like, my agent does not want me working with you for some reason. I don't know what the deal is, which maybe they did bring it up to him. And that's why Bert was wondering about this. But Bobby obviously knew the answer. And I'm glad he did bring it up. This is a funny story. You know, I'm glad they talked about this. And I'm sure Bert is as well, because I bet he's going to make some changes after this. And I'm surprised Bobby and Andrew haven't done that already. Like, if they're working together all the time, they're friends and everything, you'd think you'd get agents that are at least more friendly with each other, not people that don't want you two working together. It seems like that's just such a stupid idea, but I don't know how it works. Maybe it's hard to get rid of an agent, find a new one. I don't know what the deal is, but let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments. And I'm sure this probably won't be the end of this whole thermostat beef. So make sure you subscribe if you want to hear more about it. And then make sure you go check out my Patreon account. I have a bunch of videos up there, probably over 30 at this point. Most of them are pretty long, over 20 minutes. And I posted a video about Ari Shaffir recently, about all the stuff he's been up to, and the Kramer rant at the Laugh Factory. That was a good one. Also, the basketball game between Shane and Matt versus Legion of Skanks, which almost destroyed their friendship. That was entertaining. So I'll put a link in the description. Make sure you check that out. And then make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you at the next video.